This is INCRadio BCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Hello.
Hola!
Bonjour.
Konnichiwa.
Ni hao.
Ciao!
Annyeonghaseyo.
Mabuhay!
Welcome to Washington State.
Explore the sights. Discover new things.
Appreciate the arts, music, and food.
Travel to new places.
Meet the people.
Make new friends.
In other words,
come
home with us.
Come home with us.
This is INCRadio Seattle, Washington. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all members and listeners around the world. We thank you for joining us for yet another edition of INCRadio Seattle, Washington. I'm your host for today, Brother Marlon Taduran from the local congregation of Tacoma, Washington, and we have a very exciting topic to share with all of you today. It is the winter month, so on today's show, our topic will be winter activities, more specifically on ice skating. So, how does one approach ice skating? Is it difficult to learn? Stay tuned as we discuss that and more in our segment today. Also, we will hear from our correspondent who will have an update on news and activities here in the district. And not only that, we also have a hidden treasure segment showcasing an amazing place located here in Washington State. So can't wait to see what we have ready for our show today. We also have our ongoing hashtag challenge. Hashtag. When you comment in the chat, be sure to leave a hashtag with your local congregation, and the winning congregation will be the one with the most hashtags in the end on the chat. So, if you want your hashtags to count for the challenge, make sure you comment on the actual YouTube link that contains INCRadio Seattle, Washington in the title and not INCRadio live stream. So make sure you're in the right link so that your hashtags will count towards the challenge. Now let's go ahead and announce our winners for last week's hashtag competition. This is for the weekend of January 11th. Coming in at third place, it is the local congregation of Seattle. Congratulations, local of Seattle. Coming in at second place, going a little bit north to the local congregation of Shoreline. Congratulations, Shoreline, at number 2 for our hashtag competition. And at number 1, this is very exciting. We actually have 2 congregations that tied for the number 1 spot. I don't think that happens quite often during our hashtag challenge, but the number 1 spot goes to the local congregation of Everett and Tacoma. All right. Congratulations to the local congregation of Everett and Tacoma sharing the number 1 spot for our hashtag competition. And this would not be made possible without our top brethren who are putting all those hashtags in the chat. We have individual awards to give out also. Coming in at third place for our most active brethren for our hashtag competition, we have in number 3, Sister Marinella Ligsai from the locale congregation of Seattle. Great job, sister. Coming in at second place is Sister Catherine Joy Monforte from the local congregation of Tacoma. Great job representing Tacoma, sister. And in first place, we have Sister Maria Corazon Labayan from the local congregation of Shoreline. So great job. We know that all those hashtags are being posted in the chat right now. So we'll see who will be our winners for next week. But thank you everyone for listening and participating during our program. Okay, now let's go ahead and introduce our guest that we have for our topic of discussion. Let's start first with our sister MJ. If you could tell us your name, what local congregation you're from, and if you have any shout outs, now is your opportunity to do so, sister.
Hi everyone, my name is Sister MJ Flauta and I'm from the local congregation of Everett. And I want to give a shout out to all my family back in Chicago. We can't wait to see you guys soon. And I would also like to give a shout out as well to the district Binhi in our district and also the officers as well, or the youth officers and all the youth members in our district.
All right, very nicely said, Sister MJ. I did not know that you are from the Chicago area. I know they get plenty of snow and ice in that area, so you're the perfect guest for us today to talk about ice skating. We also have our sister right next to you, Sister Cassie. Also, if you could tell us your name, what local congregation you're from, and if you have any shout outs, this is your opportunity to do so.
Hello everyone. I'm Sister Cassie Emery from the local of Marysville, and I think I want to shout out the CWS or the children from the local of Marysville. We do have worship service earlier or later, so I'm going to see them later. So if they're watching, hello.
Thank you very much, Sister Cassie. Happy to have you and Sister MJ on the show for today. And not only do we want to hear from you two about ice skating, we also want to hear from our chat there on YouTube. So if you could, we extend this question to you and we look forward to reading your responses. So for the YouTube chat, have you ever ice skated? We would like to know. And what are your fondest memories on the ice? Hopefully, they entail standing on the ice more often than laying on it. So, share your experiences that you have ice skating, and we'll be looking forward to reading your responses during our topic of discussion today. And while you are commenting on our chat on YouTube. And while anyone is viewing us on YouTube, don't forget to click that subscribe button so that you will always be informed of when the program will be playing here at INCRadio Seattle, Washington. And you'll always be up to date with when our show is on the air. Okay, now let's start with our discussion. Let's start with Sister MJ. So today we're talking about winter activities, ice skating. So Sister MJ, how were you introduced to ice skating, and what inspired you to start ice skating?
So, what introduced me to ice skating? I mean, I've been ice skating since, like you said, Brother Marlon, when I was in Chicago. I think I remember ice skating with my family, and yeah, and I think the last time I've also been ice skating was with Sister Cassie, actually, and it was in 2023, I think, actually. So we went ice skating so that, because it was the summer and we wanted to hang out before school started as well. So that kind of got us to start ice skating, right? So yeah, yeah, and I enjoyed it
So
as well. So
did you two start ice skating together at the same time, or Sister Cassie? Is it a similar story, or what introduced you to ice skating, and what inspired you to start?
So for me, I think probably during the winter time, I seen a lot of videos of people ice skating. I'm like, I want to like learn how to ice skate because I never like been ice skating like before. So I'm like, okay, I want to call MJ and I want to say, okay, let's just go ice skating. Let's just go in the ice skating rink and try it out. And it seems pretty fun. Um, and we went with like a group of friends and this it's just funny like because we're all kind of just struggling and we're falling down but like we're trying to make it work out. um it's really fun. That's why I really like just wanted to go with a group of friends. I think that's just what inspired me to go ice skating.
Oh, it looks like so much fun. We're seeing a lot of slipping and sliding, and I think that's something that people are afraid of is falling down. But that's just part of the fun, isn't it? Falling down and just laughing about it, and uh, having that time spent with your friends and loved ones on the ice. It's a lot of fun. I can also share my experiences too. I went with a group of people that have never ice skated before. They're my family, and we ended up holding on to each other like a train to try to hold ourselves up. But that was very unsuccessful, and we were all on the floor together. So that was a lot of fun. But Sister MJ, you know, I'm seeing a lot of the footage here, and it looks like a lot of fun. But to you, why do you enjoy ice skating?
Like you said, Brother Marlon, it's really like, spending time with your friends and your family. Again, like we're all falling down, especially like when you try to help like your friend up and then you fall down together. That's like the funniest part of it. But I also enjoy ice skating because it's like it's not just like the fun of it. It is there's also it's also a good like form of exercise because you're trying to balance on the ice, so it's good for your core strength. So that's actually one of my goals for this year to improve that. So I should actually get back on the ice again to to improve that strength in my, yeah. So yeah.
Totally agree. You need so much balance to stay standing up and to push yourself to have that momentum to go forward, backward, sideways. It does take a lot of core strength, like you said. How about you, Sister Cassie? Why do you enjoy ice skating so much?
Like what Sister MJ said, like I agree with the two things she mentioned. I feel like it helps brings your family and friends together. Like sometimes I think recently in the wintertime as well. Well, actually, it's the winter. So basically, this winter, I went ice skating with a group of friends, and we tried also doing a train. We tried doing it horizontally and then also vertically as well too. The horizontal one did not work out okay. I think we need to practice with that. But doing like a train, like vertically, was a bit more better. But it definitely like brings everyone together because it like we like to do like teamwork kind of things on the ice, which is really fun. And yeah, I just like how it. I'm gonna say the same thing. It brings friends together and family. Um, and like what Sister MJ said, with like when it comes to core strength, you definitely need to have that and work on it in order to balance on the ice better. So it's like a two in one.
Get to exercise and have fun with your loved ones. So yeah, that's a win-win. But people still will become afraid. It's not something that's normal for most people. They're not used to being on a surface and sliding around, messing with their equilibrium. It can be quite scary for some people. So, Sir MJ, did you find ice skating, was it difficult for you to learn? And what motivated you to continue skating?
So, yes, it was actually really difficult to learn. I think I forgot how many hours we spent at the ice skating rink, but I think like until the end, I was still not able to hold myself up on the ice. So yeah, it was pretty difficult to learn. Definitely one of the things I should learn how to do is to learn how to stop. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's hard to stop.
It's really hard to stop. So yeah, it's really difficult to learn, but that's like what really motivates me again. I wanted this year I wanted to improve my balance and my core strength. So like I said earlier, so that's what kind of motivates me to go back on the ice and get that exercise in. And yeah.
I agree. Stopping is also not my strong point. Also, I tend to use the wall to to slow down my momentum. I would love to be able to do the cool thing where you go to your side and then all like the ice is like spraying up from your stop on the ice. That I think that looks really cool when people do that. But yeah, Sister Cassie, was it difficult for you too? And why did you continue ice skating?
I think for me, the first time that I started ice skating, I felt pretty confident because I was like, it should be pretty similar to maybe roller skating, roller blading on wheels. So I think I kind of got some of that like core strength familiar kind of thing with the ice, like with ice skating. Um, and I think what motivates me to continue ice skating is, like what you said, Carmarlin. I want to um, like do all those like cool things. I want to try to do a spinning like move. Like those look really cool. Um, and also like skating on one foot, like those look really cool. But I still rely on the wall to stop as well too. So, but that's what motivates me to keep ice skating. I want to try those like cool moves that I see professional ice skaters do.
Hopefully, we can all reach our goals and look amazing and cool on the ice. But as long as we're smiling and having fun, I feel that's like the most important part right there, right? We have some of our viewers sharing their experiences in the chat. Let's go ahead and read some of these. We have one from Sister Hazel Valdez, one of our amazing correspondents here on INC Radio Seattle. She says, I don't have good balance. Last time I went ice skating, I ended up on my bottom. LOL. It's okay, Sister Hazel. We've all been there. It's quite refreshing to be on the ice, especially during the summer. It helps you to cool down. So that's okay. We have one from Sister Amy Dabu. She says, I used trainers and stayed by the wall a lot. LOL and hashtag Federal Way. So I do see some people using those trainers. It's kind of like a little bar guide thing that they can use to help them maintain their balance on the ice. And I don't care what anyone says. You're on the ice, you look cool no matter what. So if you need to use those trainers, go ahead and do that. As long as you're having fun, you look a lot cooler, no pun intended, than anyone else that's not on the ice. So um, we have one from Brother John Rodney Mangona. He says, stopping is my weakness as well. He said he can't stop eating rice. So thank you, Brother J Rod, for sharing that. If you could see the way he spelled rice, ice is in capital letters. So it's a nice pun there. Tacoma, Tacoma, Tacoma. All right, so those are great experiences. I'm glad that we have people sharing their experiences on the ice. No matter how many times we fall, I only have positive experiences that I recall from ice skating. So don't be afraid of falling. It's a lot of fun. So back to Sister MJ and Sister Cassie. So if someone is trying to get into ice skating, uh, what kind of equipment do they need? Do they need to go out and buy the fanciest equipment so that do they have to buy a neat little leotard to look really pretty on the ice or something like that? Well, what kind of stuff do they need for ice skating, Sister MJ?
So I have definitely ice skates, but yeah, but when you go to an ice skating rink, they do already have rental skates, so I think you should be fine on that. But if you really want to like be talented and start to learn how to ice skate, just know that you will be falling down a lot. So you might be bruising your knees, especially yeah, your knees. So I would say get like protective gear. I guess for your knees, what are they called? Like
Knee pads?
knee pads. Yeah, knee pads. Yeah, definitely get knee pads because I remember when I went ice skating, yeah, these bruises did not go away for like I don't even remember how long. So yeah, yeah, get protective gear.
And probably also, I would suggest wearing maybe like 1 or 2 layers, so like probably a sweater over your actual outfit. And then since it is kind of like exercising, if you do get warm, you can take off like that sweater and like tie it around your waist. So that kind of acts like an extra cushion in case you fall down as well too. Um, so yeah, ice skates, knee pads, and probably an extra sweater. If you are going ice skating, but in the winter, sometimes the ice skating rinks tend to be a bit colder, so maybe a pair of gloves could help as well.
I found also for me, if because sometimes when you lay on the ice and you have like a pair of jeans on or something, the moisture can get through, and that kind of it's not fun having wet pants while ice skating. So you could have maybe like a pair of like snow pants or something that's like water resistant so that you're not soaking wet while you're ice skating. That's not very fun. But yes, I'm glad that you mentioned the ice skating rinks. Would you both say that those are probably the safest places to go skating as opposed to being like in, I don't know, the wilderness? That doesn't sound safe to me.
Yeah, so yeah, I wouldn't suggest going like just going out into like a forest. You see like a pond of ice and then just get your skates on and just start gliding on the ice in that pond of ice because
There's a lot more like safety precautions when it comes to skating in the wilderness. So I think the safest place is probably the ice rinks for sure.
And Washington State has plenty of like ice rinks that people can utilize. I know over in my area by Tacoma, we're not sponsored, but we have the Sprinker ice skating rink. Do you have any places up north, not sponsored again, that maybe are good ice skating rinks to go to?
I think there was well the one that me and Sister Cassie went to, we went to
I think it's in Everett. It's like something arena, but there's like an ice skating rink there, and it's in Everett. I think it's the only ice skating rink in Everett. So,
and I know there's one in Linwood as well. Again, I don't remember the name of it actually because I've never been to that one, but I think there is an ice skating rink in Linwood. So if you guys want to check that out, whoever lives in Shoreline, Linwood area.
Very cool, very cool. So before we end our discussion and go on to our next segment, for the both of you, what would your advice be for new ice skaters that just want to try it? Maybe they're curious about it, but maybe they're a bit shy or scared to start. What's your advice for new ice skaters?
for sure, we would suggest to go with a group of friends because you're going to make a lot of memories, take a lot of videos and pictures, especially if it's your first time, because those will be memories that you guys will never forget. They're really fun memories to look back on. And also, what else, Sister MJ?
I remember when I went ice skating for the first time with Sister Cassie and also with a group of friends. There was actually someone there who helped us in learning like how to like balance. Like she told us, do you remember that? Like she told us like to march. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so if you're ever afraid that you're gonna like mess up or embarrass yourself in the ice, everyone there is really friendly and they're willing to help you. So don't be afraid to accept their advice. So,
Awesome. Thank you for that piece of advice for potential new ice skaters, and hopefully our viewers who are listening will overcome their fears and go out there with their friends and family and have a great time on the ice. So, great topic of discussion today. We're going to move on to our next segment with Brother Andrew with CFO in action. Okay, Brother Andrew, what do you have for us?
Okay, hello. It's me, Brother Andrew, Santa Monica from the local of Seattle. Here's the upcoming activities in the District of Washington State. Let's start it off with the oath taking of officers this Sunday, January 19th, in the Kent Chapel at 10 o'clock a.m. This will actually be during their worship service, but this will be at 10 a.m. at the Kent Chapel. Officers will take their oath as officers, so they will have new church offices. And on January 24, on Friday at 8 o'clock p.m., there will be an all Christian Family Organization or CFO meeting live in Bremerton via WebEx in houses of worship. So that will be the meeting of all of the youth organizations and also the married brethren in the Church of Christ in our district. Also, on the 26th, on Sunday, 5:30 p.m., there will be family bowling in Kenmore Lanes, and the whole district will be there to play bowling, a sport that it might involve some slipping, but it will hopefully be a little warmer for us to enjoy. But either way, whether it's warm or cold, we're always having fun, right? Speaking of cold, for the weather here in Seattle, let's just talk about the weather for 7 days. So right now it's mostly sunny. Sunday is sunny, Monday is cloudy, Tuesday through Friday is partially cloudy, Saturday's sunny. However, throughout the entire week, it is going to be in the low 40s. It's very cold. Uh, I live downstairs in my room, and sometimes some of the cold goes to my room. Just stay warm and also be careful. Outside, there might be ice that you can't even see. So, what more, uh, not being able to know your surroundings, and then you will also slip in a place that you do not expect. So, stay safe. Also, have a lot of layers, sweater, scarf, anything that will protect you from the cold here in Seattle or throughout Washington State. Thank you so much. Bye.
All right. Thank you so much, Brother Andrew, for that CFO and action segment. We'll now go on to our next segment, our hidden treasures. So, Kuyutek, if you could, please play that clip and admire this amazing place here in Washington State.
Hi everyone, I'm Sister December Saldana from the local congregation of Bremerton here in the beautiful district of Washington State. Today we are traveling west of Seattle across the Puget Sound to visit the small city of Poulsbo, wherein we can see the iconic Little Norway. Filled with quaint antique stores, charming restaurants, cafes, and shops, this place is truly a mini European tour without the huge price tag. So if you're looking to have a relaxing walk down the Scandinavian themed street with elements of the Pacific Northwest, then look no further than Poulsbo, Washington. Thank you for tuning in to INCRadio Seattle. I'll see ya later.
All right. Thank you so much, Sister December. That is an amazing place. I went there actually with my wife, Sister Eva, and we can tell you that they have really good food there. So if you like sausage and meats and things of the like, great place to eat. Okay, let's go ahead and check our chat real quick before we leave for today. We have one from Sister Annette Baldonado, hashtag Federal Way. She says, hello everyone po. Greetings po to our very own brethren. Po, happy wedding anniversary to our head deacon, Brother Mervin, and Sister Des Marcos, and our minister, Brother Noel, and Sister Lorna Ignacio po. And happy birthday to Sister Rowena Kalawagan from hashtag Federal Ways. Thank you, Sister Annette. Sister Donna Sanchez says, greetings from Bellingham, enjoying a sunny, cold day in Bellingham. We have one from Sister Leia Brillante. She says, happy viewing for everyone watching from Gothenburg, Sweden, Northern Europe. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you for tuning in and listening with us today, Sister. We have one from Sister Catherine Joy Monforte. Says, greetings po to our INC radio host for this episode. Thank you, Sister Kat. Brother Marlon, hello po to Sister Eva and Baby Ayla. Thank you. Hashtag Tacoma. Yes, that's all we have for today. So we'll leave you with this cliffhanger statement before we go today. Are you feeling the chill of winter? I know I am. So what is your go-to winter comfort food? We'll be talking about food next week. So don't miss out on another awesome episode of INC Radio Seattle, Washington. So to be sure that you will be able to catch that show, make sure you let everyone know that you can tune in on our YouTube channel. Type in INC Radio DZEM 954. And while you're there, don't forget to subscribe. Also, you can check out the show at incradio.org. So we have a special thanks to Brother Eduardo Manalo, our Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Manalo, our SEDC President and CFO Coordinator, Brother Ramil Regino, our District Minister, Brother Relly Rivera, our Assistant District Minister, Brother Chris Valdez, our CFO Overseer, Brother Manny Andaya, our Executive Producer. The listeners, thank you so much for sharing your time with us here today. And the INC Radio Tech Crew, this show would not be made possible without all of your help. So thank you. And with that, from INC Radio Seattle, we will see you later.